This month has been insane for BeamNG Drive car mods. There have been so many releases lately, from high-quality real-life cars to some really unique builds. It's honestly hard to keep track. So in this video, we're going through a selection of some of the best car mods that dropped recently. Before we start, around 80% of you watching aren't subscribed yet. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make, so if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. It really helps out. The Mercedes SL Class mod offers an extremely wide range of 31 different configurations, including the SL43, SL55, SL63, as well as Maybach and Brabus variants, making it one of the most versatile luxury car packs available. It features fully functional doors, a working trunk, and an opening hood, while the interior is highly detailed with ambient lighting and a strong focus on realism. The Brabus versions naturally stand out the most, delivering the best sound and the highest performance, making them the most exciting to drive. It feels really enjoyable to cruise through the city with it, and even when pushing it too hard and crashing, the damage physics are surprisingly detailed and satisfying. The Maybach convertible configuration also adds a very elegant driving experience, especially with the roof down, making it both relaxing and fun at the same time. So let's take the Brabus version and see how fast it reaches the finish line on our test track. The acceleration here is very strong. It gets off the line cleanly without much wheel spin, and it completes the run in just under 9 seconds, setting a very strong benchmark time for the other cars to beat. The BMW i8 is a very unique car from BMW, coming in a total of 10 different configurations, including not only the standard versions but also coupe and roadster variants, as well as Vorsteiner, Outlaw, AC Schnitzer, and Darwin body kits. The Darwin body kit in particular looks extremely exaggerated with its golden styling and very low stance. And while it stands out a lot, it feels more like a visual wildcard than something realistic or practical. The car features fully functional doors, and of course the iconic scissor doors are a highlight that make it very satisfying to use. The interior is also highly detailed, and even though the i8 does not feel extremely fast at first glance, the overall design and BeamNG Drive implementation look really clean and polished. So let's take the fastest version and see how it performs on our test track. It launches without any wheel spin, and thanks to the electric motor support, it gets moving quite smoothly. But despite that, it only manages a time of just over 11 seconds, placing it behind the Mercedes SL. Next up, we have the Nissan Fairlady Z300ZX, coming in 5 different configurations, and in my opinion, one of the best mods in this video. The sound is extremely well made. It feels very realistic and makes the car incredibly fun to drive. The overall reflections and exterior design are also beautifully modeled, and of course, everything is fully functional and can be opened. One really cool detail is that above the doors, the roof section actually lifts up, which is a very unique feature. Inside, we can immediately see that it is a right-hand drive setup, and the interior materials and textures are also very well done and detailed. We also get a racing-inspired version, which is especially fun for drifting, and it looks really good while sliding, perfectly matching the sound and overall driving feel. Even in cockpit view, the dashboard lighting and button illumination are very detailed, making it a really polished mod overall. So let's take it to our speed test and see how it performs there. It is a manual transmission, so it is a bit harder to launch, but the start is actually pretty solid, and the time is also strong, finishing in under 11 seconds and placing it currently in 2nd position. Next up, we have the Tesla Model 3. It might actually be the best electric car ever made for BeamNG Drive. From a fully interactive interior with working windows and folding mirrors, to a massive center screen that shows navigation, battery data, and even lets you switch between different modes. Everything just works. You also get multiple cameras, parking sensors, and a ton of small details that make the car feel alive. On top of that, there are 21 different configurations, including performance and tuned versions, and some of them are insanely fast, easily going over 300. What really surprised me though is the driving feel, because unlike older Tesla mods, the regenerative braking doesn't make you lose control anymore. It actually feels smooth and realistic. And yeah, even the electric motor sound is done really well, which is something a lot of mods struggle with. And now to our speed test. Of course, the Tesla is very fast on short distance. But it did not make it on first place. Next up, we have the Volkswagen Passat B6 sedan, which comes in a total of 10 different configurations and is of course fully openable, including a working hood and trunk. The interior is decent with a functional speedometer and basic details, but nothing particularly special compared to some of the other mods. It offers a range of engines from a 1.4-liter, 1.6-liter, and 2-liter, all the way up to a 3.6-liter 6-cylinder. Overall, the car drives very smoothly, and with the 6-cylinder, you can actually feel that there is a solid amount of power behind it. As you can see here, I even managed to pull off a drift, although that was more luck than control, so it is definitely not the ideal drift car. For the drag race, we are using the 6-cylinder R32 engine setup with launch control, and there is no wheel spin at the start. Surprisingly, the Passat gets off the line really well, much better than expected, and it even avoids finishing last, managing to beat the BMW i8 and crossing the line ahead of it. Next up, we have the Nissan 400Z, which is an extremely good drift car with a very accurate Nissan sound. Of course, all doors are fully openable, and it is also a right-hand drive setup. The interior is quite detailed, and overall we get 6 different configurations, including several body kits and spoiler options, which I personally find really cool. In this video, this is honestly my personal favorite when it comes to drifting, because it is very easy to control, although it can feel a bit twitchy due to the short wheelbase, but overall it performs really well. That could of course be a disadvantage in the drag race though. Again, I have to shift manually here, and we do get a bit of wheel spin at the start. The main issue is that the car only has 4 gears, which holds it back slightly on this distance. But despite that, we still managed to secure 4th place. Next up, we have something completely different, the Toyota Prado, a much larger SUV-style vehicle. All doors are fully openable, and the interior is decently detailed, with even some items placed in the trunk, which is always a nice touch in a mod. It comes with 9 different configurations, including 4 off-road setups and the rest more tuned for asphalt driving, as you can clearly see. The suspension is very soft, which you immediately notice when cornering, and I actually managed to roll it over right away. However, for the off-road configurations, that is exactly what makes it so fun. Because when driving through rough terrain, it feels extremely capable and really enjoyable. You can drive quite fast, and it still looks like the passengers are barely affected, keeping everything surprisingly comfortable. Even if you roll it, the off-road setup barely gets punished, and you can just keep driving without issues. For the speed test though, I switched to one of the road-focused variants. And right after the launch, it is very clear that it builds speed quite slowly. And as expected, the Toyota Prado finishes in last place. Next up, we have something from the US, the 2015 Chevrolet Camaro, coming in with only 5 different configurations, but still a very solid and newly released mod. There is not too much variation between the trims, but overall it is well executed. The sound is decent, and the driving feel is quite realistic. All doors are fully openable. The engine bay is very detailed, and the interior is also nicely modeled. It is a manual transmission. And at the start, I do get a bit of wheel spin, but it does not really hurt the run. After that, the car drives very smoothly, and I only need to shift into 3rd gear to bring it home in 3rd place. Next up, we have the Mazda Familia Mazda Speed, coming with a total of 11 configurations that are all quite distinct from each other. In my opinion, this car also has a really cool sound, especially because it revs out so freely, which makes it very enjoyable to drive. Of course, all doors are fully openable, and when looking inside, the right-hand drive setup is very detailed, as is the engine bay. It is a front-wheel drive car, But that does not mean it cannot be fun, because you can still do burnouts and really enjoy the sound. It does not have a huge amount of power in the standard configurations, but I actually think that makes the engine sound even better, because you can hold the gears much longer. The version we are using here is the top speed configuration, and as you can already feel, it is noticeably quicker. Before the race though, I also want to show you the rally variant, which sits a bit higher, and there are two versions of it. But I personally prefer this one with the light bar on the hood, making it a really nice option for rally fans as well. So now to the race. We start with launch control in the manual transmission, and as you can see, we accelerate very quickly, finishing in under 10 seconds and taking third place away from the Camaro. Next up, we have the newest model in this video, the 2027 Mercedes-Benz GLB, which comes as a fully electric SUV with 4 different configurations. The lighting design looks extremely futuristic, and overall the car feels very large and dominant on the road. It is not just a city SUV though, because you can actually raise the suspension quite far, which makes it capable for off-road driving as well and adds a lot of versatility. Inside, it features a huge central display, clearly showing how modern the vehicle is designed to be, and even when you push it and crash, the damage physics still look really solid. My personal favorite configurations are the more luxury-focused versions with the elegant wheel designs that strongly resemble Maybach styling. So now to the acceleration test, and even though the car is very heavy and large, I do not expect it to be particularly fast. But thanks to the fully electric drivetrain, it still manages to secure 5th place overall. That's it for this month's BeamNG Drive Car Mods Showcase. As always, everything featured here is just a small selection of what's been released recently, and there's a lot more out there worth checking out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.